Right, here we go. Back again. Alright? And today it is Meme of the Week. And this is the 18th episode of Meme of the Week. So thank you to everyone that has taken part in voting for their favourite meme. Right, great stuff. And of course, this was the 5 contenders that we had last week. And yeah, all pretty good. And I can confirm we do indeed have a fucking winner. Hip hip hooray. And it was, of course, number 5. Right? And it said, trying to think of another normal behaviour we could label a disorder so I can make billions off the pills. Right? And the guy there, as you can see, is thinking. And the guy is, of course, Big fucking Pharma. Right? Of course, Big Pharma. They create the problems and then offer the solution in terms of prescription drugs or even vaccines, if you like. Now, of course, it seems that it's all about money when it comes to industries like Big Pharma, because, yeah, they do indeed make a lot of fucking money, right? As you can see, if we look at some of the statistics, right, in terms of the US, total nominal spending on medicines in the US in 2019 is 511.4 billion US dollars. Right, so yeah, quite a lot of money is spent on prescription drugs that basically only make things worse. And that is the 2 major companies in the US. And every year they make billions and billions and billions, right? Trying or claiming to solve anyone's health problems that they themselves have created. And they never solve any problem. They only cure symptoms of a problem. The problem does not go away. In fact, it probably only gets worse. But if we look at, in terms of the world, if we go to this biz vibe and the overview of the pharmaceutical industry, right? As you can see, how much is the pharmaceutical industry worth? The global pharmaceutical industry was worth 934.8 billion in 2017, and that's in US dollars, and will reach 1,170 billion in 2021, growing at 5.8%. Current estimates that global pharma spending will exceed US dollars 1.5 trillion by 2023. Right, so yeah, they're only expecting to produce more and more and more of these wonder drugs. Right, sure, why not? But if we look at an example of something that has been created and then they offer a solution, well, a good example for me, I would say, is of course diabetes, right? It's a problem that they have fucking created, no doubt about it, right? That is for sure. And this is from 3 weeks ago, Medical Press. Study provides additional support for use of new class of diabetes drugs. Right, so how exciting that they found these drugs or created them that will help cure diabetes. But also, 1 week ago, diabetes drug recalled due to high levels of cancer-causing contaminant. Right, so maybe these wonder drugs ain't so fucking wonderful after all, right? Now, wouldn't that be a surprise? Sure, and if if speaking of cancer, if we look at that just now, this came out 18 days ago. New drug candidate shreds cancer-causing protein in early lab tests. Right, and cancer, of course, I'm sure that everyone knows somebody that either has or has died from cancer. Another huge problem that they have created and now offer the solution. But sticking with diabetes, our syndrome champions, Science Daily, metformin treatment linked to slow cognitive decline. Right, and that is of course another diabetes treatment that is making people worse. What a surprise. But would you Adam and fucking Eve it? 2 hours ago, Reuters UK, doctors probe whether COVID-19 is causing diabetes. Dun, dun, dun. So yeah, like we have said, COVID, everything is COVID now. Everything is the fucking convid, right? Even, I would imagine, that soon cancer will be convid. I fucking shit you not, right? And as you can see from 2 weeks ago in Wired, a global data effort probes whether COVID causes diabetes. Right. And straight away, a red flag, if ever, is the word there, a global, or global even, right? So yeah, if it's a global effort, that is a fucking red flag straight up. You know that it is driven by the agenda then, and it would not surprise me one bit if they do indeed come out and say that diabetes is caused by COVID, right? So, look out for it. And I did see this in terms of diabetes, because my eldest son is diabetes type 1. So it is something that is close to my heart, if you like. The Telegraph, type 1 diabetes could develop before birth, say scientists. Right. So yeah, a lot of people tend to think that diabetes is caused by a bad diet, but they seem to tell us now that it's with you from birth if you have it. So what is it indeed caused by? In my opinion, I would say that it is caused by vaccinations, right? Or possibly some sort of DNA or immune system attacking chemical or drug that could even be in your food or water, right? That, let's face it, that could be the case. And in terms of other problems, if we look at this from Vice 11 days ago, sharp increase in young adults experiencing poor mental health, new report finds. And yeah, I can confirm from my own experience and knowledge that in Scotland, the mental health crisis, it's huge, and it's been a ticking time bomb for a long time, and it is completely out of hand in the UK in terms of the mental health issues, which I would say again is issues that have been created, and of course they will have the solution, right? Big Pharma to save the day, sure. And another huge, massive problem in Scotland is drug deaths and the drug overdoses. As you can see, 37 days ago, drug deaths in Scotland are an epidemic, yet Westminster is blocking reform. Ain't that a surprise? But yet, honestly, the drug problem, even in my small town in Scotland, is massive. And I myself, unfortunately, have lost a very close friend to a heroin overdose. And it really does destroy families. And their lives are never the same if they lose a family member to something like heroin. It is lethal. And once you are addicted to something like that, it really, really is a slippery slope, right? But hey, that's what the agenda want. They want us all digging our own fucking graves let's face it. And it's right across the world. As you can see, 4 days ago, NPR, sharp rise in drug overdose deaths seen during first few months of pandemic. Now, yeah, that again will come, I'm sure, as a massive shock, right? Of course, the suicide rates caused by the pandemic, or plandemic rather, have been fucking eye-watering. But in terms of the heroin, well, fear not, because a groundbreaking new British drug offers hope to opioid addicts. Right, so they are now going to, exchange heroin for another drug, because that's what they do with methadone. It is only a substitute and most likely will only make things worse. And I seen this just before I came on today. Pharma Times, 10 new medicines backed for EU approval. Hip hip hooray, right? And yeah, they produce these wonder drugs or wonder medicines like they are fucking smarties, right? But they help no one, and they will indeed only make the problem worse or give you another condition where you will then probably become worse or die, right? Because yeah, that is basically what it looks like they want. Because if you look at things over the long run, it's not just about money. It's about a lot fucking worse than that, I'm afraid to say. Of course, it is most likely tied into the depopulation agenda, right? Which I will make a video on in the future in terms of medicines. But this is Meme of the Week. So yeah, thank you again to everyone that takes part and votes. So this is this week's top 5. And this is number 1. What does school really teach children? 1. Truth comes from authority. 2. Intelligence is the ability to remember and repeat. 3. Accurate memory and repetition are rewarded. 4. Non-compliance is punished. 5. Confirm intellectually and socially, right? Another good one if you can say it. Now this is number 2, and I actually got this sent in from a subscriber, so thank you very much. And as you can see, it is about Convid and local Convid alert, and it is basically a postcode lottery. That's what it is now. And if you stay in an upper class area, if you like, then you most likely will be okay. But if you stay in an area like mine, then yeah, I probably will see a local lockdown in the future. Hip hip hooray, right? Of course it will be for my safety and my benefit, cause everyone is dying. And this is number 3. I make you afraid. I make you lonely. I make you insecure. I make you dependent. I make you indifferent. I am the real terrorist. I am your worst nightmare. I am the brainwasher. I am mind control. I am your TV. Right, and yep, another good one there. And this is number 3, and it is indeed, well, you will know who it is. It is, of course, our hero, Jill Gates. And it says, create computer virus, create antivirus software, profit, repeat with humans. And I actually posted this meme on my Facebook page, and Facebook fact checked it and said that it was factually incorrect. Right, so thank God we have Facebook there to keep us right. But of course, Bill Gates is the man with the plan, right? He's the boy that's going to help us get back to normal. Sure. And this is number 4. No, actually, this was number 4, not number 3. So yeah, if I can get it correct, we will eventually get there. But this is number 5, right? And yeah, it's the Scooby-Doo, the big reveal to see who the baddie is. But of course, underneath the convid mask is, of course, yep, Agenda 21, which we have indeed covered. Look it up. Look up UN Sustainable Goals and Agenda 2030. And yeah, it is of course all there in black and white. And the plan is basically to fucking wipe everyone out and then there's no crime. Hip hip hooray, right? And I will put the 5 memes at the end, but that is your 5 to pick from. But I did see this in the news. Video shows bottles of potential COVID-19 vaccine rolling off production line. So yeah, stand by, because at Fitcher's plant in Belgium, they are fucking rolling off the fucking conveyor belt, right? So it is coming, and we do know. But like I did say in my previous video, that now YouTube content creators cannot mention that vaccines kill people, right? So you would think, like I said, that they don't, but I'm afraid to say that they fucking do, right? The evidence is there, and I will link it in. And yeah, as you can see, although the evidence supports the safety of vaccines, there are rare instances where causal relationships between vaccination and death have been established, or a plausible theoretical risk exists, right? So the link between death and vaccinations is there, and most definitely plausible, right? It does happen. And as you can see, they try and word it in a certain way, but they ain't fucking fooling anyone over here. No chance, right? But in terms of some other news from the weekend, France is now in a curfew, which I believe is from 9 p.m. till 6 p.m. And I did see that Belgium is also going into a curfew. And we did say that Australia is closed, right? You can't go down under anymore. Well, you can add Wales to the fucking closed list, right? Yep, it's finished. Tourism, as we know it, well, it's done. And we will touch on tourism again in a sec. But I did see this as well. Police get access to people told to self-isolate by NHS test and trace. Hip hip hooray. So if you have to self-isolate, expect a fucking knock from the police, right? But if you are unfortunate enough to be self-isolating and the police come chapping, fucking don't answer, right? Don't answer the door. If you do answer the door, tell them where to go in as polite a way as possible, right? Without getting too upset, or they might arrest you. So yeah, if you are unfortunate enough to be self-isolating, then don't answer the door to the police. Straight up, tell them to fuck off. And I seen this as well in Nature. It is from the 18th of October. And as you can see, protect the Antarctic Peninsula before it's too late. Dun, dun, dun. And yeah, how are they going to do that? Well, they are, believe it or not, going to ban fishing in warming coastal waters and limit tourism. Fucking happy days, right? So I could imagine that will end up becoming full scale right across the world. And it will be, of course, for our benefit, right? There'll be no more flying. There'll be no more fucking fishing. There'll be no more going out to play with your friends. There'll be no fucking meeting your mates at the local pub. There'll be no going out after fucking 12 o'clock. And yeah, welcome to, of course, 2020, the year of deception. You know, I sometimes wonder, where did it all go wrong? But of course, it is all written in stone. You just have to look at the guidestones, and it is, of course, a depopulation agenda. And I was thinking the other day about awakening, if you like. I know a lot of people call it that, but it's sort of the realization that we are being lied to our whole lives is nothing but deception put upon us by people that we put in places of power, positions of power, and they do nothing but lie and deceive us at every turn and corner, and they do it all for their own greed, right? That's why the majority of politicians are complete and utter psychopaths, right? They could not care less about their own fucking mother, right? That's the sort of people that we are dealing with. But yeah, for me, in terms of the realization, the Twin Towers was very big. I knew then that something was off. But, in 2014, when the Scottish independence referendum took place, that is when my eyes really got opened, because at the time I was quite involved with politics and the independence movement. But when I seen the true colours of the political system, and they robbed Scotland of its sovereignty, clear as day, the deception unfolded before my eyes, and it all became very, very fucking clear. And history, I was a big fan of history in my educational days, and it was a subject that I was actually pretty good at, that I could have maybe even took forward. But yeah, history, the history that I got taught, I now question a lot of it, and I would imagine that I am far from alone there, because yeah, who would know the truth in a sea of deception, right? We are left, like I have said, we always get left chasing our tails and none the wiser, right? Anyway, I went a wee bit off on one there, but that is it for Meme of the Week. I will be back, hopefully, on Wednesday with the Done Previously Fought Syndrome, because would you believe it? The deception, well, yes, it continues. So yeah, the schedule actually is a wee bit in the air at the moment. You probably have noticed, but I am in the process of moving house. We are expecting to move in November into a bigger property. Happy days. It has been well and truly needed for a while now. So yeah, we are sort of looking forward to it. But it's also sad to move from the area that I'm in currently, because we have a great community and we are moving in to a brand new community and brand new house. So yeah, exciting times, but I will try my best to fit in as much as I can. Anyway, that is about it. Bye-bye.